Hello, doll lovers. It's Ruby Red's World of Dolls, and welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that all is well, fantastic, and fabulous your way. Guys, I thought I'd drop in this Saturday night. I'm having a little bit of wine, and I was about to open a package from Elite Doll World for my smart girls. She dropped she released some new items for the smart doll, and I picked up a few things, and they were delivered today, and I was going to open them today, and I wasn't going to video it. And then I said to myself, come on, you haven't did a video this week, go ahead and drop in on the doll fam, open your package and share a little haul. So I have some few things here that I have accumulated over a couple of weeks, I guess you could say. I have cut back tremendously. You guys know that I have. I know from looking at this scene here, it doesn't look like I've cut back, but I have. I've made a promise to myself that when something releases, excuse me, if I'm interested, I put it in the back of my mind, and it becomes on my watch list. And if it's something that I really want, once I find it, I go ahead and get it if the budget allows it. And if it's something that I want, but I want to wait for a better price point and I feel like I can, then I do. And that's just how it goes. So I got a few things here, and I just want to share them with you guys. It's been a long week. We had a driver to have an emergency, and that meant that we were going to have to run double loads. And double runs are bad for everybody, but we make it happen. It's an inconvenience for the families. It's an inconvenience for the kids, because either you have to get up extra early because the bus has to pick you up earlier than normal, or you're going to get home later, meaning you have to ride the bus longer. But at the end of the day, we're going to provide you transportation if you need it. So, we do what we have to do. But in the meantime, that means I have to get up extra earlier than I normally do. You guys know how I complain about I don't sleep like I should. And so that doesn't help when I have to get up at 3:30, when you have to actually get your butt up out of the bed at 3:30 to start your day, and you probably woke up at about 1 or 12. It's not good, but it's been a hectic week. And Friday evening, when I got in my car, I was so glad. I try not to rush my time. You guys know I'm a stickler about living in the moment. But Friday, I was so glad when the work day was over, when I was able to park that school bus and get in my car and drive home. I made a promise to myself that today I was not going to do anything but relax. My daughter even reminded me of that. She was like, Mama, I hope you sleep well tonight. That's what she told me last night, Friday night. I hope you sleep well tonight, and I hope that you just take tomorrow to just relax. So that's exactly what I did. So I have relaxed all day. I watched a little bit of television, enjoyed some movies and stuff. So it's nighttime now, and I want to come in the doll room and unbox my package and just hang out in the doll room. So I want to show you guys some stuff that I got. You guys, I love the mini Barbie Land collection. I have just about everything that they've released, I think. So a lot of stuff you wait, like I said, that's when some of the stuff I wait for it to come on clearance, and some of it I get when it comes out, because a lot of times they don't have a lot of it in the stores, and the price point is pretty affordable already. But they have some new Barbie Land stuff, and it's kind of around the winter theme, except for this one here. And this is like Daisy with the pink hair. I forget what collection it is, because all of this stuff has a series or a collection. But I just thought it was so cute how you get, and I got these from my local Walmart last weekend. I want to say it was last weekend when I was in there. You got the what do you call that, a kayak, and you got the grass and the water. I mean, it's so cute, a tree and the mini doll. And I'm not sure what this is. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I guess I'll be able to tell more when I take it out of the box. I have not unboxed any of these sets here. I have purchased them as they became available, but I have a storage system that I'm putting them in, because I have a plan to actually make my own little Barbie mini land, and I want to mount it all down. So that's what I'm doing with this. And then this is the van. It's another van, and you got another doll here, and I know what this doll is, and I cannot, she's like the camping. All these dolls, you can see the picture here, all these are actual replicas of actual dolls. So that's cool. I love these little sets. And then these two are from like a winter series. And I mean, just look at this. This is cool. These were $588, I think, because these are new releases at my local Walmart. My local Walmart is finally starting to get in some new release stuff. And then this one, I guess, is considered like a skating, like a little skating rink. And look at all the little details and all the little items that you have here in this little set. Little bench there. Oh, that's so cool. The little Christmas tree. Well, not Christmas tree. A little pine tree, because it's, you know, it's not a Christmas tree, but I really like that. You got these little accessories, and you got the little doll. So I really like those. I picked those up again, like I said, at my local Walmart. And also, at that same time, I was able to find some of the new fashion packs. And I was let down a lot. I'm going to go ahead and say, you know, I don't like to harp too long on the cons or the negatives, you know. I do enjoy collecting the fashion packs. You guys that follow this channel, you know that. But I've been very disappointed lately with the fashion packs. And I got so excited when I turned down the aisle and saw that it looked like some new stuff. And as I got closer to it, you know, the reality kicked in. I had seen promo pics of these fashion packs. Kind of felt like they probably were going to be all printed on stuff. But, you know, these are the one. This is the double pack with the Ken and the Barbie fashion sets. The fashion sets look like they're more sized to the curvy doll. All dolls can wear them, but when they're sized this way, they look better on the curvy. They're going to be loose and all of that on the other body types. But the Ken outfit, I love the shirt, but as you can see, everything is printed on. The buttons are printed on. Everything's printed on. And sometimes they'll even print the collar on, guys. They'll print the collar on. But in this case, they didn't print the collar on. They did give us an actual collar. You know, we got these little shorts in this color. I'm glad we got these shorts. It's like a rust color. I don't think I have this color in my collection anywhere. So that's a cute little piece. Comes with a pair of sunglasses. They're going to give you some sunglasses. Boy, I tell you. They don't give you shoes, but they will wear you out with the sunglasses. And then the second double pack is another Barbie and Ken set. And again, it's usually the same thing. I like this little print here, but I think I would have liked it better in a little dress maybe. But as you can see, we got Ken here. This little t-shirt's not so bad. Got a little fanny pack. And I like the little shorts, I guess. But, you know, a lot of people complain because they feel like we should get more seasonal things. But, you know, when you really think about it, you know where Barbie and Ken are from. You know what their whole theme is about. So the chances of getting that is probably low. You know, you do know that they can do it because I just showed you the mini Barbie Mini Land where we actually have the winter scenes. So you know that they can produce some winter fashions and accessories. So these are the single packs. These were $10.97. $10.97 for the double pack. And these were $5. God, I don't want to lie. I think they were $5.97. $5.97. But I really like these. I don't know why I feel like I've already purchased this set, but I can't find it. So maybe I thought I did and I didn't. But I love the cowgirl boots here. And I love this dress. And I love the print. And again, it comes with those ugly sunglasses. And I say they're ugly because they're just one big plastic thing. You know, they're not translucent or anything. And I have a million pairs of those. But I do love the boots. Do love the dress there. Thought I had this set too, but again, I can't find it. Maybe I saw it on a picture, and that's why I stuck in my mind I had it. But these packs sold out in my local Walmart quick. I went back, and they were all gone, so I'm glad I did grab one of each. I love these black sandals. I like the colors. I don't know how crazy I am about the actual style of the dress, but I do like the colors. I have this purse in many different colors. Yeah, but this is this set. I like the black and red. And then we have two Ken fashion packs. Again, I love this idea. When I saw this promo pic of this, I really got excited. But the buttons are printed on. They're printed on buttons. I'm sure the little hole for the buttonholes are printed on. But I love the colors that they put in this little piece. You got a pair of denim like shorts, denim print shorts, and a pair of orange sunglasses there. I really like that set. And then we got another Ken fashion pack. We got the purple here. And, you know, the basic Ken stuff. I love the fashion packs. I'm always excited when we get new releases. I like to get them because I do like to share them here on the channel. And it's one of my little things that I like to do. One of the videos I like to share with you guys. And then, of course, my beautiful Debbie Allen came. She came last weekend, but I didn't get a chance to share her here on the channel. I'm not going to unbox her in this video. There will be an unboxing of her, I promise. She's gorgeous to me. She's beautiful. There's been a lot of negative talk about the doll, that she doesn't look like Debbie Allen. She looks like so many other people, but not Debbie Allen. But I do see likeness there. I think the doll is gorgeous. I'm glad to have her in my collection. I got so excited when I saw that we were going to get a Debbie Allen doll. I am such a big fan of hers. And this right here is just right up my alley. I do want to get another. I was able to get her on sale. Whenever Target benefits me, I told you guys I will make a purchase. They had her for 40 bucks. They also had an additional 25% off. I ended up getting her for like $30 plus tax. That was a great price. I do want to get another because I want to have one to keep in the box. Because again, this tribute to Debbie Allen is definitely something that is special to my collection. And you know, here's the back of her box. And she's gorgeous. And she's available everywhere right now. So if you want her, you know, go ahead and get her. Amazon was selling her a little bit higher than Target, but they have finally dropped the price to Target's price, which is $40 and some change. But here we have Ruby Sunday. I had been wanting this doll since she first came out, but I just didn't want to pay the 50-something bucks for her. I knew eventually she would go on sale. I just had to be patient and I had to wait. I love the Daisy face sculpt. I love the mold, so, you know, that was one thing that got me. Loving her fashions, and she's on a petite body. And, you have to think about all of that stuff, and her fashions are almost awesome. But I was able to get her on Amazon, guys, for 30 bucks plus tax. Amazon had that instant coupon that you use. They had her on sale. Then they had that instant coupon, and when I took the coupon, clicked on the coupon, in my shopping cart, she ended up being 30 bucks. So she went from being 55 to 30, and I thought that was a steal. So I thought I'd grab her. So she's definitely going to get unboxed as well. She's going to be a character in the miniverse. I'm looking at my diorama of my little mini of my petite dolls. I mean, she's just gorgeous. I love her. You guys have seen many unboxings, I'm sure, of her. She's not a new doll. And I'm really excited to get her. I already know the hair is jail to the 9. You already know when you get these kinds of hairstyles like this, to keep those styles, they're going to gel it down. So I already know when I unbox her, I'm going to definitely have to wash her hair for sure because of that. But let's get down to the nitty gritty. I'm still loving my petticoat perfection doll. As you guys can see, she's back there in the scene on my desk. I'm still in love with this doll. She's absolutely gorgeous. I'm just telling you, she's gorgeous. But I ordered some of some bottoms for my girls. I love Elite Doll World. She is so amazing. She is so good to her. She's so good to her followers, her customers. I mean, I love when she does those grab bags. They are definitely a great value. Her products are very well. The quality is amazing. It is well worth it. And I just love it. So here's my receipt and all in the bag. I know what I ordered, but let's go ahead and get it out. This is some new prints that she got. I love building wardrobes for my smart dolls. Alright, so let's see. She put all of these in the same bag. I'm not sure why, but I think those are going to be the pair girls. That's what it is. She put my standard dolls in one bag and the pair in the other. I love these pants. I mean, look at these. Oh my goodness. I love these. These are so nice. Again, the quality in her things, her pieces, her clothing is amazing. I know there's a lot of great shops out there, but you know, I started shopping with her when I started buying stuff for my American Girl dolls. So, you know, I've been sticking around with her for a long time. She does smart doll size. She does 1/4. She does 1/6. I don't think she sews as much for the American Girl dolls as she used to, but I love that print. You can do so many different things, so many tops with these bottoms. I mean, check these out. They're so nice, so well made. My girls are going to love those. Going to love those. And then I got 3 pair for the pair dolls. And they sold, some of the colors sold out immediately. Immediately they sold out. But these are beautiful colors for all seasons. All right, so we have this color here. They are actually, they're so gorgeous. Loving that. And they do have the straight leg design. I do have some flare leg of hers as well in other prints. And then we got this print here. And I'm loving it. Loving it. And my girls are going to love it. They're all dressed right now in their smart doll jeans. I love the smart doll jeans. And here is this pair. I love the smart doll jeans. Listen, I love everything smart doll. I am mesmerized by the smart dolls. I love these dolls. I come in here sometimes just to look at my dolls. I do. I come in here sometimes just to look at the dolls. And they are all wearing their smart doll jeans. I only have 2 smart doll, official smart doll t-shirts. And I need to order, just like I did the jeans. I got all my girls jeans. And I definitely have to get all my girls actual smart doll t-shirt. So that's how that goes, you know, because every time I think I'm not going to get a smart doll right now, you guys know my little smart doll family grew. So with that being said, but I just wanted to drop in tonight and just share my little haul with you guys. Show you guys that I'm still around. I'm still around. I'm not going to be able to decorate for Halloween. I have waited too long and I just wasn't in the mood. But I am going to go ahead and start pulling out my Christmas stuff for the manor and setting up some Christmas scenes here in my doll space. Because, you know, if you don't start early, for me, if I don't start early, it's not going to get done. It's not going to get done. I remember last year I kept procrastinating. I kept putting off and putting off. And then the next thing I know, it was December. And I ended up not doing any decorating in any of my doll houses. And, you know, I kind of felt bad about it. But I didn't get any good photos because I didn't have any, you know, I didn't have time. And the photography is what I really, really love. And, you know, I love that as much as I love playing and collecting my dolls. But, you know, that's a totally another different story. So that's just that. But wanted to drop in to share that. Maybe I'll be back before the weekend is over with an unboxing of one of these girls, if not both, maybe. I'm really excited to get her out of the box because I want to get her out, and I want to go ahead and let her join the other girls over in the Dollrama where they're hanging out. And she's going to still be Ruby Sunday. I'm not going to change her name. So, you know, she has a special space in my heart, you know, because she's Ruby, I'm Ruby. Yes, yes, yes. All right, guys. I can't wait to hear from you guys in the comments. You know, I love hearing y'all's comments. I love when you guys leave me feedback about what you're collecting and what you're doing and how you feel about the things that I share in the video. Even if you don't agree with what I share or how I feel, as long as you are respectful with your feedback, I'm always excited and welcoming to that. So, you know, we can agree to disagree. Mattel is dropping a lot of dolls, you know, more than I can keep up with, you know, and I told you guys I've put myself on a budget for a lot of reasons. You know, I got to slow my roll for a lot of reasons. We won't get into that, but they are releasing some stuff. They just released a new Stevie Nicks. I didn't get her. I was able to get her if I wanted her. When I logged into the site, she was still available for purchase, but I passed because I do have one already in my collection. I like Stevie Nicks. I'm a big fan of her music, but they released another Stevie Nicks doll, and she sold out. So, you know, if you didn't get her, maybe they'll release more of her again, because the last one they released, she sold out. I had her, I canceled the order, and then she was released again later, and I was able to get her, you know, at the price that she was originally being sold for. So sometimes Mattel will release dolls, you know, more of dolls. Like right now, you can get Aaliyah on Target's site. You know, Aaliyah is available at Target, you know, but when Aaliyah first released, you guys remember how hard it was to get that doll. Everybody was struggling trying to get that doll, you know, because it wasn't just Barbie collectors wanting that doll. It was Aaliyah's fans also wanting that doll, and it was such a big demand for that doll. And so many people were so disappointed, and you know, I remember people talking about it, and it was kind of sad hearing people say how, you know, they was trying to get her and they couldn't get her. But again, the last time I checked, that doll was still available on Target.com. You know, she was $59.99, I think it was. So if you didn't get her and you still want her, she's still available on Target.com. Yep. All right, guys. I guess that's going to end this video. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram. We are Ruby Red's World of Dolls there. Continue being awesome, fantastic, and fabulous. And I will see you awesome, amazing people in my next video.